In a significant move to enhance family reunification, Canada eased the health insurance requirements for super visa applicants starting January 28, 2025. This update will allow applicants to purchase health insurance from international insurers that meet Canadian regulatory standards. The revised policy is designed to reduce costs and improve accessibility for families while maintaining stringent coverage standards for visiting parents and grandparents of Canadian citizens and permanent residents. Key takeaways: Canada's updated super visa rules allow applicants to buy health insurance from approved international providers. Policies must meet specific criteria, including Office of the Superintendent of Financial Institutions (OSFI) approval, Canadian operations, 1-year validity, and a $100,000 minimum coverage. The changes aim to enhance family reunification by increasing affordability, flexibility, and accessibility for parents and grandparents of Canadians. Detailed policy changes: the changes to health insurance options are expected to make it easier for parents and grandparents of Canadian citizens and permanent residents to apply for and use the super visa. Under the new policy, applicants may now choose health insurance from foreign companies, but these policies must meet specific criteria established by the Canadian government. OSFI approval requirements. Authorization by OSFI. The insurance provider must be approved by the Office of the Superintendent of Financial Institutions, OSFI, the government body regulating financial institutions, to sell accident and sickness insurance in Canada. Appearance on OSFI's list. The insurer must be listed as a federally regulated financial institution on OSFI's official list. Canadian operations. The policy must be issued under the company's Canadian-based operations. Applicants can verify if an international insurer meets these criteria by consulting OSFI's publicly available list of approved financial institutions on its official website. It is important to note that insurance brokers or claims administrators do not qualify as insurers and, therefore, will not appear on the OSFI list. Mandatory insurance requirements. The health insurance policy must be valid for at least 1 year from the applicant's entry into Canada. Coverage must include healthcare services, hospitalization, and repatriation, costs associated with returning someone to their home country in case of serious medical issues or death. Policies must provide a minimum healthcare coverage of $100,000. The insurance can be paid in full or with installment plans so long as a deposit is made. Super visa holders must maintain valid health insurance for the entire duration of their stay in Canada. If their coverage expires before departure, they must renew the plan to comply with the program's rules. Additionally, the insurance policy must remain valid for every subsequent entry into Canada. Historical context and financial impact. The Super Visa program was first introduced in 2011 to enhance family reunification by allowing eligible parents and grandparents of Canadian citizens and permanent residents to visit for extended periods. Financially, this change could alleviate some of the challenges applicants faced under the previous system. Before these reforms, many families saw the requirement to use Canadian-only insurance as costly. This is not the first time the Canadian government has adjusted or streamlined the Super Visa process. In December 2022, Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada, IRCC, reversed a policy that required applicants to pay annual insurance premiums upfront. Instead, families were allowed to pay their premiums in monthly installments. This shift came in response to feedback highlighting the financial strain caused by the lump sum payment requirement. Many applicants welcomed the change, as it aligned better with their economic realities. Benefits for Super Visa applicants. Allowing insurance from international providers increases accessibility and affordability. Families no longer need to navigate the potentially higher costs associated with Canadian insurers or the complexities of securing local coverage. This change could lead to more applications and successful reunions. Applicants now have a broader spectrum of insurance options, potentially finding plans that better fit their needs or budget, enhancing the comfort and security of their stay. If their current policy is nearing expiration, they must renew or ensure continuous coverage, which can now be managed from their home countries with less hassle. This policy change by IRCC is not just about health insurance, it's about fostering family unity, simplifying bureaucratic processes, and embracing a more global approach to family support. Eligibility for Canada's Super Visa. Here are the eligibility requirements for the Super Visa, which is designed for the parents and grandparents of Canadian citizens or permanent residents. Applicants: parents or grandparents of Canadian citizens, permanent residents of Canada. Host or sponsor requirements: the host must be your child or grandchild, a Canadian citizen, a permanent resident, or a registered Indian under the Indian Act, at least 18 years old, meet the minimum necessary income requirement based on the size of their family unit, as per Canada's Low Income Cutoff, LICO. Provide a written promise, an undertaking, to support the applicant for the duration of their stay. Other requirements for the applicant: must apply for the Super Visa from outside Canada. The visa must be processed and printed by a visa office outside Canada. Must be admissible to Canada, which includes passing an immigration medical exam. Must have valid Canadian private medical insurance from a Canadian insurance company or an approved foreign insurer for at least 1 year from the entry date. How to verify a non-Canadian provider: check the OSFI list. Verify the insurer is on OSFI's list of federally regulated financial institutions. Contact OSFI. Email OSFI to confirm if the provider is authorized under the Insurance Companies Act. Include detailed information about the insurer and your needs. OSFI typically responds within 15 days. Ensure policy wording. Confirm with the provider that the policy states it was issued during their business in Canada. The update to health insurance rules for Super Visa applicants marks a significant milestone in Canada's approach to family reunification. By allowing parents and grandparents of Canadians more choices in meeting their insurance requirements, this change introduces practical and affordable possibilities for applicants. Although the coverage standards remain rigorous, including international insurance options is expected to make the Super Visa program more accessible and appealing.